So, and then I was writing these questions, and it really struck me that there must be a link between uncertainty and fear of making a mistake. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Perfectionism, enter stage left. Like perfectionism's core, like it's a fear of failure. And while intolerance of uncertainty involves the fear of making errors about it, items' future utility, perfectionism in hoarding often involves like demanding standards about not wasting anything. This is all these, which is a mistake that we're trying to avoid every day. Fear of throwing out something that might be needed later. All or nothing thinking. I can't waste resources at all, ever. And rigid rules around what constitutes proper decision making. I'm so often asked by clients and people just in the general population, they ask if I can teach them how to make decisions. However, what they really want to know is how to not make mistakes.
Yeah, yeah.
You kind of have to, really. But, the intolerance of uncertainty kind of specifically relates to hoarding through the fear of making mistakes about future utility of items, and just that whole, I'm uncertain about outcomes. I don't know what's happening in my life.
I might regret it.
I might regret it, and there's that using of hoarding behaviours to avoid uncertainty-related distress, and then becoming kind of paralyzed in the face of anger. You're kind of not sure what's going to happen. I just won't act. That's the easiest and simplest way to stop the distress and come up with a better solution, I guess, of how to manage it. Maybe an act of God will occur and I won't have to make the decision. Yeah.
I sometimes find it useful to remind myself that choosing not to make the decision may be the mistake.
Yes.
And that if I want to avoid making a mistake.
And actually putting it that way is brilliant, right? Because I would have said not making a decision is a decision in and of itself.
And it
is. But you saying not making the decision might be the mistake is even more powerful. I love that.
My moments.
I love that. I really like that because it just brings it home. Yeah. There's this reinforcing cycle, the two factors, perfectionism and uncertainty, intolerance, is kind of, they reinforce each other. So uncertainty triggers perfectionistic thinking. What if I need this later? Leads to I must not make the mistake of discarding it. And then perfectionistic standards increase uncertainty. The demand to make the perfect decision about each and every item creates more uncertainty about what the right choice is. And then avoidance is the solution. Rather than risk it, rather than making an imperfect decision, you just avoid it altogether. But you're right, it could be not making a decision is the mistake, definitely.